So in today's session, we are going to discuss about on-change client script use cases. On-change client script use cases. When exactly on-change client script will run? Every time when you change the value on a particular field. Okay. So every time when you change the value on a particular field, the on-change client script will run. So we'll see some examples in today's session. We'll go to the HR case form. Let me just navigate to tables. Okay. Let me duplicate this one. Just click on show form here. So as soon as I open the form, the onload client script will run. Okay. So I have deactivated the client scripts that we created in our last session. Okay. So as soon as I open the form, default value is populated, and caller email, caller location, caller department is getting populated automatically. This particular caller system administrator doesn't have location value. That is why location is not populated. Okay. So, okay, that is fine. If I change the caller to able tutor here able tutor email, able tutor location, able tutor department should be populated. If I change the caller to Abraham Lincoln email, Abraham Lincoln location, Abraham Lincoln department should be populated here. Okay. So Alan Rabeck email, location, department should be populated here. So if I select Adam here, Adam email, Adam location, Adam department should be populated here. You getting my point? See, on the form load, we are populating the current logged in user name in the caller field, current logged in user email, location, department, we are populating it. Okay. But here on caller value change, whenever you change the caller value here, the caller email, caller location, caller department will be automatically populated here. If I change it to able here, able email, able location, able department will be populated here. For that, I am writing a on change client script here in this caller field. Okay. Let me deactivate this one. I'm deactivating this one. So I am creating on change client script on the caller field. Okay. On change client script on the caller field. Okay. So we have to take the reference of the caller field using g underscore form dot get reference. Our caller is equal to G underscore form dot get reference U underscore color, comma, callback. Why am I using callback here? Callback is an asynchronous call. The form should not wait. The form should not wait. So we'll do one thing. First, we'll use synchronous call and then we'll use asynchronous call. Okay. Caller email dot email. Okay. G underscore form dot set value. Okay. U underscore email. Location. Color department. Okay. So then what happens as soon as you change the value, as soon as you change the color related details will be automatically populated. You see all the values are populated at a time. Able email, able location, able department. I am just changing it to Abraham Lincoln. Abraham email, Abraham has no location, no department. Raman. So Raman email, location, department are automatically populated at a time. Okay. So Tanaka. Just select Aline Motran. So Aline Motran email, location, department is automatically populated. All values at a time populated, but that means it is waiting here. It is waiting. This is a synchronous call. So remember synchronous calls and asynchronous call. Okay. Asynchronous calls will not wait. Synchronous calls will wait. Asynchronous calls will not wait. So instead of using synchronous call, I'm using synchronous call now. Okay. I'm just taking call as variable, comma, callback function. When you use callback function, you use callback functions for asynchronous calls. You use callback functions for asynchronous calls. Remember this point. Okay. You have to take this variable here in the callback function. Call dot email, call dot location, department. Okay. Just to save this one. And I'm refreshing the form now. I'm selecting able tutor name here. Able tutor value is first selected. And values are coming later. Okay, Aline Motor name I'm selecting here. Aline Rabek. So Aline Rabek name is selected and these details are populated. And here I'm selecting Ramon. So Ramon name is selected and values are coming later. Okay. So this on-change client script will work on the onload as well, right? So when you remove this condition, the on-change client script work on onload as well. Okay. So instead of removing the condition, remove only this part. So that it will work on the on-change client script work on the onload. So I'm going to refresh the form now. The on-change client script is working on onload as well. Now the on-change client script is working on onload as well, right? Now the on-change client script is working on onload as well, right? So what did we do? We removed this is loading in the condition so that it will work on the form load as well. On-change client script will work on form load and on-change as well. So if the value is selected as, let us say, if you remove this value, these values also should be cleared, right? And what I'm doing is, I'm making as empty. Okay. I am making this as empty now. If it is empty, it has cleared the values. I'm selecting able tutor now. As soon as I change the value, able tutor email, able tutor location, department is populated. So that means this on-change client script is working on the form load and on-change as well. Okay. You're getting my point. When the selected value is empty, clear out all the field values. Clear all the field values. Okay. When the selected value is empty, clear all the field values and stop the script execution here itself. When the selected value is not empty, populate email location department. And also it will work on the form load as well when you remove the is loading here. So this one is clear for everyone or not? Okay. But as per ServiceNow best practices, using get reference is not a good practice. Basaras, I didn't understand. Could you please speak? I will unmute you. I have unmuted you. You can speak now.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah,
Actually,
Basaras.
it is populating the system administrator as a color, right?
Yeah.
And we haven't write any code for that, but how it is
But we
populating?
have set up default value.
Okay, yeah, default. Sorry, yeah, I missed that. Yeah, understood. I'm looking into this code only, so that's why I haven't found any line to populate that
Yeah.
system.
Use
So
dynamic default. Me, I selected here, right?
yeah, understand.
Okay. So we have created an on-change client script which will work on onload as well. And whenever you make the field value as empty, it will clear all the field values. Okay. But as for ServiceNow best practices, ServiceNow is telling don't use get reference. Be it synchronous call, asynchronous calls, don't use get reference. So why is ServiceNow telling don't use get reference? Hmm? I will tell you. So Basoraj is my good friend. Basoraj is my good friend. I asked Basoraj to get Done biryani. So Basoraj, what he has done is that he has got almost 100 kgs Done biryani for me. I told Basoraj, I can only eat limited food. Why did you get 100 kgs Done biryani? See, Basoraj, he respect me. That is why he is getting biryani. But I asked biryani for dinner. I asked Basoraj to get biryani, Done biryani for me. Okay. Then what Basoraj has done? Basoraj has got 100 kgs biryani for me. What should I do with that 100 kgs biryani? Okay. I can't eat right. Even if I serve that, it is too much, right? Okay. So similarly, this get reference is like a Basoraj. So I want email, location, department, three values only. But this get reference will get first name, last name, email, location, department, all the field values of the current logged in user. I mean caller record. So let me just open the caller record. In this caller record, see user ID. It will get user ID, first name, last name, title, department, this one, password reset, lockout, active, web services access only, internal integration user, email, language, calendar integration, time zone, department, business phone, and photo. These all values it will get. Get reference will get all the values. So that means get reference is getting 100 values. But I want only email, location, department, right? You are getting my point? Like Basoraj is getting 100 kgs Done biryani, here get reference is getting 100 values of the all the values of the caller record. But we don't want all the values. We want only three values, right? Then get reference is what get reference is doing. It is getting all values of the caller record. But we don't want all values. We want only three values. We want only three values. Okay. So that is why get reference is not recommended. That is where glide Ajax concept will come into picture. That is where glide Ajax concept will come into picture. The glide Ajax concept will be discussing it in tomorrow session. So, well, like you have synchronous call and asynchronous calls in the get reference, g underscore form dot get reference. So in this get reference, you have synchronous call and asynchronous calls, right? Similarly, in the glide Ajax also, we have synchronous calls and asynchronous call. Okay. So glide Ajax asynchronous call is actually the good practice. Get reference synchronous call is not a good practice. Get reference asynchronous call also is not a good practice, because see, if you use get reference asynchronous call, what happens? It is taking some time. If you use get reference asynchronous call, it is getting too much data. If you use glide Ajax synchronous call, it will wait for some time. If you use glide Ajax asynchronous call, it will not wait and it will get only limited data. I mean, less weight, you can say. Less weight in less time. You understand why glide Ajax asynchronous call is a good practice? See, obviously, synchronous calls are not recommended. Synchronous calls are not recommended. Get reference synchronous call will wait for milliseconds. That is why we won't recommend get reference synchronous calls. Then we'll go for get reference asynchronous call. Even if you go for get reference asynchronous call, the get reference is getting too many values from the caller record. Okay. We want only 3 values, right? The load is, heavy weight. If you use glide Ajax synchronous call, if you use, it will take some time. It will wait for seconds. If you use glide Ajax synchronous call, it will not wait and less wait. Only 3 values it will get. You understand my point? That glide Ajax concept, we'll be discussing it in tomorrow's session. Okay. Clear, right? Okay. So if you keep this particular requirement aside, we'll now discuss another requirement. Hmm? Okay. Just a moment, guys. Yeah. So we will understand one more requirement. Whenever the state is selected as resolved or closed, whenever the state is selected as resolved or closed, okay, whenever you select the state is selected as resolved or closed, the resolution notes field and resolution code field and notes field should become mandatory. Okay, whenever you select the state as closed or resolved, these resolution code and notes field should become mandatory. If it is not resolved or not closed, not closed means new, in progress, on hold, cancel. These comes under not resolved, not closed. When you select these fields should become non-mandatory. So that means as per my client requirement, whenever I select state as resolved or closed, I must enter resolution code and resolution notes. I must enter resolution code and resolution notes. Okay. Getting my point. I must enter resolution code and resolution notes. So for this, I am writing on change client script on the state field. Right click, configure client scripts. Okay. Let make on change client script on the state field. If see new value, you can take new value. New value means selected value. Or you can take, see, either you can use new value or you can take the value of the state field where sta is equal to g underscore form dot get value u underscore state. So this one g underscore form dot get value u underscore state you can take, or you can directly take new value here. Okay, both are same. Equal to 6 7. 6 or equal to 7. G underscore form dot set value set mandatory comma 2. Sorry, only two fields, right? Okay. If the state is resolved or closed, we are making mandatory. If the state is not resolved or closed, we are making it non-mandatory. Just refresh the form. Okay. Now I am changing the state to resolve. So these two fields has become mandatory, right? I am just changing the state to new again. When the state is changed to new, it is non-mandatory. See, these two fields are non-mandatory. I am selecting the state as closed here. The two fields has become mandatory or not. When I change it to in progress, hmm, okay. Similarly, Similarly, I'm writing another unchanged line script. So let me just create two fields on this form. Let me create two fields on this form. Mm, Okay, here I'm creating two fields. Just below this configuration item, I'm creating two fields. This configuration item has associated asset tag number, associated serial number. This serial number should be populated in the serial number field. This asset tag should be populated in this particular asset tag field. Okay. So on value change on the configuration item related serial number, configuration item related asset tag should be populated. Okay. So for that, I am creating a on-change line script in the configuration item field. Right click, configure client scripts. Okay. Where CI is equal to, I am using get reference here. Underscore form dot get reference, because configuration item is a reference field, right? Hmm? Configuration item field name will take. Use callback function. It can be, you can define any name here. Okay. Okay. Here you have to use function. Okay. D underscore form dot set value. Field name, comma, CA dot. Serial number, you have to take serial number field name. Serial underscore number. Okay. So if the configuration item value is set as empty, we have to clear it out. So I am selecting the configuration item here. The configuration item serial number and asset tag is populated automatically or not. Whenever you clear this out, value is clear, right? Okay. Okay. So here I am just creating a new field called group manager field in the assignment, just below the assignment group. Referencing user table here. As soon as I select the group manager should be automatically populated in the group manager field. So ServiceNow developers has group manager, right? Aline Motran. This person name should be automatically populated here, the group manager field. So I am writing a unchanged client script on the assignment group field. Okay. Okay. If you have to take the reference where GRP is equal to G underscore form dot get reference okay. You have to take GRP here. G underscore form dot set value group manager, comma GRP dot manager. As soon as I select the assignment group, group manager is getting automatically populated, right? So here, remember, group in the group manager, in the group field, manager is a reference field which is referencing users. Here is also group manager field which is referencing user table. Okay. The compatibility is very important. Okay. Here, suppose if it is a string type of field, if you take reference here, the compatibility doesn't match. Getting my point? So I would request you to practice these tasks in your personal developer instance. We'll be seeing few more examples on on-change client script in tomorrow's session. We'll be seeing this on-change client script in. We will be seeing some more examples on on-change client script in tomorrow's session. Okay. So any questions from anyone, guys? I have unmuted everyone. You can ask your questions now. So not only related to this topic, guys, any topic related.
Yeah, Uday. Hello.
Yeah.
Uday, this last point, I have little confusion. Like before we work for configuration item, serial number, asset tags are just the string fields, right? So that time also we are able to populate the values, right?
Yes. Compatibility we have to check. See, because asset tag and serial number are string fields. And if you take a look at the configuration item, these two are also string fields.
Okay, means okay, based on the existing record data only, we can able to create these client scripts, right? That's what I mean.
Yes.
Okay. Means if I suppose if I make serial number is a reference, then it won't work here.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thanks, Uday.
Yeah.
Means is like is there any scenario we can work differently also? Like if it is in the existing record, so it will be string and sorry, it will be string and they want some reference. It is not possible, right? It's not. No, I understood like it's not possible, but is there any scenario like we get the requirement like that? So
No, we don't get that kind of requirement.
okay.
Any questions from any other topics?
Well, I just curious that glide Ajax we discussed right today.
Glide Ajax we can discuss.
Yeah, tomorrow.
To discuss.
We're trying to discuss, but so one idea I'm getting like will in the glide Ajax will pass only the relevant field so that it will
Yes.
less type.
Yes.
Okay. Like basically it's kind of underlying view, right? View kind of.
Hello there. Actually, this get reference we shouldn't be used at all, right? I mean,
Get reference?
when we learn the glide Ajax, then we shouldn't use this get reference. It is just
Yes.
for the idea purpose, right?
Just
how
for
the
idea.
blade edge will work.
Yes, yes,
Okay, okay. In real time also, we shouldn't use the get reference then.
yes.
Yeah, thanks.
So how is your life going, guys? Let us come to personal. Let us keep professional